Hi guys, Laura here from Hedgehog's Homestead. Today I'm going to teach you how to make some cinnamon rolls. I've done this before. I have a recipe down below, but I thought I'd make it better because that one got hit with some crazy stuff. So I'm just going to go through the recipe really quick. In my bowl, I've already started some lukewarm water, a cup and a half of lukewarm water, and to that I've added sugar. Let me see. Gotta go to my recipe here. 2 tablespoons of yeast, 1.5 cup of water, lukewarm water, filtered water, and then 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now to this, I'm gonna put this down, just turn it on for a minute. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to just slowly so you can see my bowl moving there. I have 4 cups of flour. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off a minute and put the head up and add the flour in. Okay, mix that up. I left some of the flour out, so if I need to add more, because now while this is mixing, I'm going to go ahead and add my butter, 2 tablespoons of butter. Turn it off a minute. It's already starting to put into a ball, so I want to add the other ingredients. I have in here a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of salt, and 3 tablespoons of milk, powdered milk, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And 1 tablespoon of honey. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. This flour is just all-purpose organic flour. So I'm just going to start it off on slow. You can see all those flavors incorporating. Butter's not mixing in there very well, so I kind of want to chop that butter up. The butter was cold, so I'm going to stop it for a minute. Just break up that butter a little bit so it breaks in there a little more. The recipe calls for softened butter, and that's why. add a little more flour so it would come away from the bowl. I have it on 4. You don't want to turn it above 4 on bread. We'll let this run for about 4 minutes and then we'll stop it. Siri, give me a timer for 4 minutes. We'll be back in a second when this is done. Okay. Hey, Dana.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
Guess what I did this morning?
What?
I had my surgery. What?
For what? So guys, what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna knead it a couple times and then I'm gonna put it in my bowl. I'm making cinnamon rolls and I'm talking to my daughter while we're doing this. So we'll just knead it a few times and then I'm gonna put it back in the same bowl and let it rise. Okay, and then we just kind of roll it up in a ball. Put a little oil in our bowl. Oops. Scoot it around, turn it upside down. Put some saran wrap on it, put it in your oven with the oven light on. And when it's doubled in size, then you make it into cinnamon rolls. So we'll be back then. Bye. Hi guys, we are back and it's more than doubled. So I'm going to putting a little flour down on the table because we're going to roll this out into okay, and we're going to dump it out like so. We're just going to roll it out to a nice size rectangle on a powdered surface. This is a clean table. It rolls pretty easy. And you want it as much of a rectangle as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect though. These are homemade, guys. So don't worry about perfect. I care more about the taste than perfection. Okay. And now I have a stick of butter that I've softened. I'll open it up. Just take a brush to it and brush it all over. And I tend to use a lot of butter because the more butter you use, the more caramely it kind of comes out.
More fattening.
Yeah, the more fattening, Mother says. But that's okay. This is for her birthday, so it's all right. Okay. So we have the butter on there. And I didn't use the whole thing, you can see there. Now we have our brown sugar here. And we're just gonna put that all over the butter. Good thing I cleaned my hands. These are not healthy, but they're yummy. Now we have our cinnamon here. Just ground cinnamon. We're just going to lightly coat it over the whole thing. Yummo. Okay. And now we start on one side. Let's see if you can see this. We just start rolling really tightly. As tight as possible. So you get that cinnamony goodness in every little bite. And when I roll it, I kind of pull it just a little bit. Kind of tucking it under. Now when you're working with your dough, if it bubbles a little bit, do not be discouraged, because that's what dough does when you work with it. Bring the ends out a little bit. You can see how I kind of pull that. There we go. And now we're going to cut it in half. Cut it in half like so, and then cut that in half again, like so, and then you cut that in half again, and then in half again, and that's how you do it. And the funky ones on the end, you can see here on the end, I use those as taste testers to make sure everything tastes okay. Then we just grease up a pan with some butter, of course. Let me move some of this flour out of the way. This is unsalted butter. You can use salted butter, it doesn't matter. And then I just start putting them in. Doesn't matter what size, up or down. Give them a little space because they are gonna grow. You're gonna put them in for a second rise. I have to do this here because they're going to rise nice and big. Put the smaller ones in on the end. The funky ones that are our taste testers. There we go. Now we're going to put them in our oven again. We're going to put these in our oven again and put the saran wrap over them. Let them rise again, and then we'll cook them. They are out of the oven, and tomorrow I'll put the cream cheese on them. I'll bring you guys along for that. The cream cheese, it's a cream cheese frosting that I make. I'll show you guys how I make that with whipping cream and cream cheese. All right, God bless you. Bye. Is heavy whipping cream whipped up with a little vanilla, and then cream cheese, sugar, a cup of sugar, a whole brick of cream cheese, and then I added a little more vanilla because that didn't come out very vanilla tasting because I was doing it and a pinch of salt. And that is your frosting for the cinnamon rolls I made last night, right there. So. Mix that together. Push it down in there a little more. Again. Add our whipped topping, and then I just slowly combine the two. I'm just taking one of the cinnamon rolls on the end just to give it a taste test. Put some of the frosting on. This frosting is amazing, guys. Then I just put it in the microwave for a second because I like it that way. You don't have to do that. And there you go. Homemade cinnamon rolls. Yummo.